a lot to learn, and you can never stop learning, so I'm always striving to be better than I am. I think the World 10-Pin Masters is an amazing idea. I'm glad that Matchroom Sports has taken bowling on and believed in it, and seen that it is an important sport, and it's a great sport because everyone can play it. I bowl the best that I can, and I hope it's better than my opponent. I don't really look at them as people. I look at them as scores, and you know, of course I want the higher score, but if they bowl better, then they should win. So there's no rivals. I think we all have a great relationship, and everybody's out here to win. So it's very competitive, but I respect all the players, and I'm really honored to just be a part of this great field of bowlers from around the world.
Plenty to do then for the American. It's a very difficult concept to explain to people, but you get on a plane, spend a few hours in the airport, fly probably for the best part of 10 hours, bit more travelling at the end, but to get here to play 40 minutes sometimes in this tournament, but people just keep coming back and keep coming back.
Oh yeah, but basically Deandra now has to cut it loose. She's got absolutely nothing to lose. Yeah. She had to throw everything she's got. She had to throw that down, but she had to throw it in now. You know, unfortunately being behind by 65, I think, pins it is. You know, she really just can't afford to make a mistake at all this whole game.
She's not been far off. Not been far off bringing the A game to the party, so perfect start.
Yeah, I mean, all Deandra has to do is keep putting the pressure on Dom, because right now he thinks it's so easy. He's just striking every ball. You just got to break up his thinking and change his rhythm, and you don't know what anything can happen.
It's amazing, isn't it? With the change round, there should be no difference between the first game and the second game, but he's been in the chair now for 4 deliveries from Asbaty, and it's incredible. That tiny extra gap of time makes the difference.
Yeah, it's so hard to explain, and you kind of see it in tennis, how someone can play so good for one set. You know, they change ends, and all of a sudden they can lose the whole next set. So for one game, Dominic was perfect, and all of a sudden, the lane doesn't get oiled, nothing changes, just have a small break, and all of a sudden, well, makes his first mistake.
Oh, what a way to save.
That is sensational. A great score by Dom. Oh, the crowd are loving it. They are on their feet here.
Fortune favours the brave, that's what they say. And it certainly favoured Dominic Barrett here, because he really went for that spare, and it was a tricky one. If he got it wrong, he could have left that open.
Yeah, but there is a slight chance here for Deandra. If she can get this next strike, you just keep upping the ante, you keep putting that pressure, and you see Dom's made a mistake, so he's going to be worried about what did he do wrong. You know, you can overthink about a mistake, and then Deandra's going to put it in the pocket. It's an old campaigner, like you say, but on young shoulders. She knows what match play is all about.
Deandra turns one into a double. And it's incredible. This just swings so quickly, doesn't it? Pressure from one player to the other in the matter of, what, 3 minutes?
We can see information from our CAT system tells us that she bowled that ball in exactly the same place she threw the last one, so a testament to her accuracy there.
Great comeback from Barrett. He struggled to find it, but he got it in there, and there was enough action on the ball to make it happen.
Yeah, I wonder if Dom's made a change there after he saw his ball really hooked into the nose, and that ball a little bit light into the pocket. I wonder whether maybe he just moved a little bit left. Yeah, our CAT system says to us that he's actually moved 2 boards left there. Yeah, so Dom's thinking is changing. He's not just thinking about routine shots. He's now thinking about where he needs to move, what he's got to do. Oh, unlucky.
So unlucky.
Yeah, just a half open. It's just a small difference. It's hard with that higher rev rate, you know. They can make the lane, they can strike more than most people. So with that rev rate, they can kick out those 4 pins there and get the 10 pin out. And that really makes a big difference when you have to strike to win matches. And those higher rev rate players do have a slight advantage over that. Yeah, the ordinary player, the mortals, you know, the Palermas and the Belmontes at 600 plus. Us mortals at 400, 450, not so easy.
Asbaty then clears it up with this spare, but it's not the turkey that she was going for, so Dominic Barrett now working a strike, and the smile's gone again.
Yeah, I think she knows she just has to get a run together to close that gap of 60 pins. But if Dom doesn't strike here, she can take 10 pins off him.
Once again, cleaned it out.
Yeah, you see, that's what's happened now. That one ball he threw bad through the nose made him move his feet 2 boards to the left. And perhaps that wasn't quite the right move. As you see that ball there, just didn't turn the corner at the bottom of the lane to get back to the pocket. But now Deandra, never mind making 10 pins, if Dom doesn't spare this, it can be 20. And all of a sudden, that's 1/3 of a distance behind, and you keep putting the pressure on. And the closer you get to the end of the game, the pressure just automatically adds up on its own.
It is an open frame. So the adjustments that Dominic Barrett is making are not quite working. And that comes with age and comes with experience. Asbaty has got a chance still in this match. Deandra then going to try and get this strike line going again. I don't think she's going to make too many changes. It was a little unlucky on that last delivery.
Well, I actually saw Dom in the background having a look at where Deandra is playing. Oh, that was a fortunate break there. That really, very easily could have been a split. Perhaps Deandra just wanting that one more than the others, because I think she knows she's got an opportunity now. And that can happen. You can want it so much that you actually just don't cut the swing loose and let the ball, just let the swing follow through the line of the ball. Perhaps just grab the ball in wanting the strike.
Some players will choose to stand behind their opponent when they're bowling their practice balls to try and get an eye on the line. Jens Nickel likes to do that, but obviously during the competition itself, you can't be stood there. You'll put your opponent off, so you have to stay in your seat.
Yeah, perhaps Dom might be thinking that Deandra's, where she's playing, might be affecting his ball reaction. But you don't want to overthink, and yeah, it's good. It's interesting now. It really is. I mean, Dom will just need to make a good shot here and throw a good strike to try and settle himself down.
Got it. That's a bit more confident.
Looks like he just gave that one a whole lot more. The youngsters of today, but they just get on there and just give it more if it doesn't hook enough for them.
But you can't get away from it, can you? If you tell him that a shot is ripping the rack, well, you're going to go for that, aren't you?
Yeah. And we hear that Dom actually threw that ball slightly slower. Obviously, the slower you throw the ball, the more it's going to hook at the back of the lane.
Great work. So Asbaty is still here. She won't go away.
Yeah, she needed that strike, but Dom with a strike now can pull 10 pins back on Deandra.
Well, Deandra thinks she's found the shot she wants because she's sticking with it. Her stats are coming back very consistent indeed.
Yeah, obviously what we can do out there to change our angle into the pocket is you can give it a bit more rotation, you can give it more revs, you can throw it slower, you can throw it harder. I think with the last 3 shots all being the same speed, she likes the speed that she's got and giving her the reaction she wants.
This ain't over, Guy.
Oh, it's not over by a long way. So Deandra now with a strike in her next ball can pull another 10 pins back. That can almost half her lead. And we're halfway through the second game, so she's knocking it back how she needs to do it. But perhaps Dom with a much faster ball speed compared to Deandra worked for him in the first game. And perhaps second game the slow ball speed of Deandra is getting the pins to fall down for her.
Cleans up the spare.
I know that 10 pin looks routine and you very seldom see it missed, but it does require your full attention to concentrate, because if you just for 1 second don't think about it, it's so easy to miss that spare. I know the viewers see it out there and they just routinely make it, but you really have to concentrate on those small little spares.
Deandra then.
This is a big shot now.
Yeah, make this a double, and she has definitely got the pressure back onto Barrett. Oh, there it is.
Oh, she likes it. She is focused.
This game really coming to life now. And once again, the consistency's there, guys. She's matching every single shot.
I mean, that's what we practice for. You're trying to repeat all the time. You're just trying to become a robot, essentially, and just making the same shots. And Deandra really likes what she's found now in throwing the last 4 balls at the same speed. And now 10 more pins. She chips away at Dom's lead.
Dom's
made a ball change,
isn't he? Yes. Well spotted, Guy. But it's worked.
Yeah, you can see that perhaps Deandra's got inside to Dom, in his brain. He's now thinking, He's not striking like he was in the first game. Yeah, he's changing balls, he's changing his ball speed. You can see in the catch system here we've got a few variations on the ball, on his ball. So you can also make a bad shot. You make an adjustment and you throw a bad ball, not necessarily the lane. It could have just have been you, So so many things going through your head now. It's just very hard to know what the right thing to do is. Oh, what a fantastic break. Oh, she knows it. Look at her loving it.
Asbaty playing catch-up in this match, but that's a turkey. Oh, she desperately needed this. Just a touch lucky, but she got the mix. And down they went.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, same speed for Deandra there again. So that speed's really working for her now. It's obviously giving a little more space in the lane. And that ball there, at the slower speed, got her back into the pocket there. But she was rather fortunate in that strike. But now, I mean, Dom doesn't strike now. He loses another 10 pins.
Got it. Nailed it for a double.
Yeah, that ball looks a little, doesn't look like it hooks as much as the other ball he was using. Had a little bit of a tighter line. That was a big strike by Dom.
Good response from Dominic Barrett. He's breathing a little heavy there, isn't he? I think he's feeling the pressure.
Yeah, I think he thought, other people would lie down and die after being 60 pins down. But she is throwing everything at him. I mean, every time she strikes, she forces Dom to strike back, or he loses 10 more pins. So the pressure's on both of them now, each ball.
She's in again. Asbaty turns that into a four-bagger.
Oh, she's really capitalised on that good break she got there now, Simon. That makes it a four-bagger for her. And now again, we go back to Dom. If he doesn't strike, he's going to lose 10 pins.
Well, Guy, you proved in your game against Palermo, long way down, you kept fighting, and you at least made him spare it out. You at least made him finish the match because of a great comeback.
Yeah, like you say, everyone here has come from all over the world, all the continents, everyone's here. The last thing you want to do is give someone a game. You don't want to get rolled over by anybody.
It's not going to happen to Dominic Barrett if he keeps bowling like that. So it's a turkey for Barrett against that four-bagger of Deandra Asbaty.
We're into the foundation frame now of this last game, and basically it's strike or nothing now for Deandra. She has to throw a strike and keep the heat on Dom, but Dom's done hell of a well off that funny little start he had there, changing balls, moving a little inside, to come back with 3 strikes because he needed them.
This then, to keep asking the questions of the young Englishman.
Looks good.
It's in. Well, you saw that from a long way out, didn't you, Guy?
Oh, how strong is this girl? She's unbelievable, mentally too tough. She's one roll over. The last 7 shots, I believe, Deanna's thrown the ball at exactly the same speed. And it's just testament to how good she really is. I mean, to be able to just repeat shots after repeat shots, it's fantastic.
So, a strike in the foundation frame to back up those previous 4. It's looking very good for Asbaty. But Barrett still has the destination of this match in his own hands. Oh, no. Trouble.
Yeah, that ball just, I don't like the reaction of that ball for me. It just doesn't quite hook enough at the bottom of the lane for me. But yeah, if Dom can just stay clean here, he's got that lead to work with, so he's not in too much trouble. But this is a tricky little spare. I've seen it missed once or twice.
Well, if he spares and then strikes out from here, he's on for 484, so he still will influence the course of this match by the way that he plays.
We're talking about a 10-pin margin. Deandra was 60 pins behind.
Terrific spare. Well, he's done that very well in this match. He's produced a couple of crackers under some serious pressure. Now, what has Deandra Asbaty got? She's pulled herself back into this game, clawed her way back, and now she's set herself up for a very big finish indeed. And if she can strike off the card from here, Guy, Barrett's got some thinking to do.
I tell you, if she strikes out, she's going to force Dom to get up there and make a strike or spare the first frame with a high count and then make a strike and then a full ball. So this game is nowhere near over.
She's done it for 1.
And I bet you that's going to be the same speed as the other 7. But this next one's the one she needs. This is the one to force Dom to go and make or close his last frame. But who would have thought at the end of game 1 we'll be in a 10th frame game here? This is a remarkable comeback.
Well, you did, because you were saying it all along, Guy. You said Asbaty knows her way round. She's going to keep fighting in this. Quite incredible. Same board, same speed, consistency's great. 6 strikes in a row, looking for 7.
This is the one she needs. This forces Dom to close the frame. If she doesn't strike now, Dom just needs a high count. This is the one she needs. Good hook.
Oh, no. So close. Well, that smile tells the story. Deandra Asbaty thinks it's over. That's the respect that she's got for her opponent, Dominic Barrett. She did everything she could do there except for pick up that final strike ahead of the bonus ball.
Yeah, really unfortunate there for Deandra. She threw a good shot. But Dom just needs a hard count now. I mean, what a great run. Look at that. You had 6 strikes in a row there from Deandra.
Terrific stuff. 4-6-1 for the American. That's what she finishes with. She's posted her score, but it's going to be a score that Dominic Barrett should be able to surpass.
I think Dom, all he needs now is an 8 with his first ball and then 1 pin to win it. So basically, looking, I think 9 was what he's kind of looking for. So just don't, yeah, I'm going to make a big mistake and go through the face here for 6. It's on a high count. Oh, that was good.
Good enough.
I think he has to hit 1 more pin if I'm correct. I'm just trying to do my maths.
Yeah, if he spares this, then should be safe and sound. But it is very, very tight, and that's full credit to Deandra Asbaty and her fighting qualities in this second game.
Yeah, he needs 1 pin to tie this, and then the spare, obviously, then anything after that, but must hit at least 1.
It's over. Great bowling from Dominic Barrett. I'll be fascinated to talk to him in the green room after this match, Guy, to find out his thought processes at the start of this second game, because he must have been going through the mill.
That really was a tale of 2 halves at that game. So soccer's a game of 90 minutes, and this is a 20-frame game, and Deandra took him right the way to the 20th frame. But what a fantastic match.
Yeah, you're getting good at this commentary, Lark. You've even got the cliches down pat. Good work from Dominic Barrett, and he progresses 1 round further than he did last year. He's through to the quarterfinals at the expense of a tremendously spirited performer. Deandra Asbaty, will be seeing her again, that's for sure. But Dominic Barrett, by just 9 pins in the end, squeezes through to the quarterfinal.
A brave fight back from Asbaty, not quite enough to take the game, and it's Barrett who progresses to meet Remyong in the quarterfinals. The big shock, though, the absence of Tori Torgersen. But let's look back at better times for the Norwegian, and the first ever final back in 1998.
Both men have opened in the 9th frame. Tori Torgersen is 170, Thomas Leanderson 173. But don't forget, this is 40 pin difference. So at this stage, Torre goes into the 10th frame, 37 ahead. Cannot be caught.
Well, 30,000 large for the winner. US American dollars, 19,000 quid. You would expect tension to hit them, and the arms stiffen up even late in the game. With a 10 for him, and a chance of getting another 10. I think he knows he's got it now. Now, converting that into Norwegian money is what? 30.
What a nice feeling this must be, knowing that you've battled through against all these top-class people from around the world. 1 ball to bowl, you know you can't be beaten. $30,000. Must be on top of the world.
A great way to finish. Finishes with a flourish. You can see the emotion coming over him. Can't be caught by Thomas. And it wasn't a classic game. There were 2 open frames in the last 4. But he did more than enough in that first game by racking up a 40-pin lead. There you go, beautiful shot to finish with.
The new 1998 AMF 10-pin World Master, Tori Torgersen.
Next time, Chris Barnes returns to go head-to-head against Oscar Palermo, so it's going to be an exciting game. But can Barnes, the favourite to win, take a comfortable lead, or will Palermo pit his wits against the giant?